Guys, today we're going to be looking at... Hello guys, and welcome back to another review, and today we're going to be looking at BANSHEE Possessed Pre-Workout, sent kindly down to us by, or from, Supplements for Muscle. Underground, I'm assuming, is the brand name of this one. It looks very menacing. What do you think, Holly?
It does a bit, yeah.
Very scary. The eyes are sort of glowing red. So, yeah, it's got a crazy label. So, how will it fare as we cover the usuals, taste, price, label, effects? And if you are new here, please do hit the like button, sub button, bell icon, all the usuals. But let's get into this one. So we're going to look at the taste and the mixability, as you know. How's the mixability looking?
Very good, actually.
Very good, actually. And we got orange flavour for the sake of today's review, so let's give it an honest taste. Mixed emotions. At first I was thinking nasty, but it actually wasn't as bad on the back end, which is surprising because normally it's nice and then it's nasty, but this one's nasty and then it's nice. It's a bit like you. Oh, shit.
Don't be rude.
It's kind of bland, I would say, but it's not as offensive as I thought it was going to be. Considering there's a lot of gammy shit in this label, it's actually, they've done a respectable job. So I'll be nice, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
It smells like Sunny D.
Yeah, you know what Sunny D smells like. Sorry. But yeah, 7 out of 10, so very respectable, and I will have flashed up any other flavours it comes in, so, and there's quite a few from memory, so enjoy. If you want to pick up BANSHEE pre-workout, you'll head over to supplementsformuscle.com, where you can use code BROS5 for 5% off for this very oddly 33 serving tub. Now that would come to £31.98 or 97 pennies per the serving. And on our consistent price scale, where a 5 out of 10 is the bang average price point, this comes in at an 8.5 out of 10. So it's actually priced way cheaper than your average pre-workout. So yeah, could be potentially getting a lot of bang for your buck here. But stick around and we'll get into the label and the effects and we'll let you know for sure. Guys, it's label time. Okay, so what exactly is going to make this the BANSHEE Possessed pre-workout that it claims to be? Because let me tell you, the label does allude to that as well. So we've got arginine alpha-ketoglutarate, otherwise known as AAKG, at 2.95 grams. Very strangely specific. Just put it in there at 3 grams, for God's sake. But it's a dated ingredient and it helps with, basically it's the salt of arginine. It helps with your endurance and pumps. Then we've got beta-alanine at, it's a bit of a gammy label, 1.6 grams. So half of what we would like to see. Gives that itchy tingle effect, and it also helps with your endurance when you're taking it long enough. Then we've got tyrosine at 1 gram, about the typical dose you would see, and that's going to help with your focus and concentration. Then we've got taurine, another amino acid at 1 gram, again, respectable dose. That's going to help with your focus, energy production in the body, and pumps and hydration. Then we've got PEA, which is listed here as phenylethylamine at 0.70 grams, so 700 milligrams. Decent dose, that's just going to help with your focus and concentration. Then we've got agmatine sulfate at 500 milligrams, a bit of a low dose, but it should help with some nitric oxide production and maintaining that pump because it works as a bit of an arginase inhibitor. Then we have creatine nitrate at 500 milligrams, a low dose and an odd choice of creatine, really. But yeah, it should help a bit again with pumps and your endurance and power, but at that dose I'm not so sure. Then we've got anhydrous caffeine, they've listed it back to front here strangely, at another strangely specific dose of 290 milligrams. So the average you typically see in pre's is probably around 350, so it's a little bit lower here, but have we got more coming up perhaps? So that's the main stimulant that's going to wake you up and get you moving. Then we've got a reagerensis extract, otherwise known as N,N-phenylethyl dimethylamine citrate.
That's ridiculous.
It is 200 milligrams. So that's a reasonable dose. That's dubbed the natural form of DMHA. It's going to help with your focus and drive and a bit more stimulation and energy. Then we've got guarana at 100 milligrams, sort of cousin to caffeine in the sense it's another stimulant that's going to wake you up, raise your heart rate, give you some energy and some more drive. Then we've got vitamin C as ascorbic acid, kind of boring, just general bodily function, nothing really noteworthy in the sense of a pre-workout's effects. Then we've got choline alpha, I don't even know how to say that. It looks like it says afro. But anyway, it's listed as alpha GPC at 100 milligrams, which is a bit of a low dose, but it should help with some extra focus and concentration, helping you to produce more acetylcholine. Will it do it at that dose? Probably not too greatly. Then we've got 1,3-dimethylamine, which is DMAA at 100 milligrams, which is a mega dose. You know, we're normally used to seeing it back when it was actually in pre's at, say, 30 milligrams. So this is way too high, really. I mean, if it's in here at 100 milligrams, we're going to die. But yeah, it's that banned stimulant. It's going to give you an immense amount of euphoria, drive, and energy to smash your gym session. Then we got, pairing up with that, as if that weren't enough already, we've got 2-amino-isoheptane, DMHA, 60 milligrams. A surprisingly low dose of DMHA, but at the same time I'm kind of glad because obviously we've already got DMAA in there at 100. But normally we see a DMHA at 300 milligrams in high stim pre's normally. So this is definitely moderate compared to the usual. Then we've got, and again, more focus, concentration, drive, euphoria. Then we've got your Humbine HCl at 5 milligrams, a fat burner. It's just going to help with some more energy, giving you a bit of a sweat on. And the same can be said actually for synephrine at 1.50 milligrams. So yeah, it's a bit of a hodgepodge label. It's got a lot of different pieces in there. It's scary, I'll be honest. I mean, if it is a true label and what's listed on it is actually in it, I could be in for a bad time or the best gym session ever. So it could go either way. But yeah, I hope that it's not a flop. I hope that it gives something, because some of these pre's that list all this crazy crap on them, more often than not, just don't do anything at all. And they're just relying purely on the marketing hype to make the sales. So I am hoping that this is one of the exceptions where it does still hit good. Although, having said that, I really just do doubt that this label is factual. But yeah, it is what it is. It's just one of those scenarios. But anyway, let's see if this can possess me into having the sickest gym session ever. Also, I've just noticed on the side of the tub, guys, it says 30 plus free taken souls.
Not gonna lie, I can't see shit.
Oh, well, just take my word for it. It says 30 plus free. So it's saying it's a 30 serving tub, but they're going to be all kissy-wissy about it and give you 3 extra servings for free of charge. And then it says that it's taken 3 souls. So in order to give you those 3 extra scoops, it's had to take 3 souls. So yeah, I hope you guys are happy. You've just killed 3 people for those extra 3 scoops.
Fetch me their souls! Oh, great! This again!
But anyway, let's get down the gym. Gym done, protein shake time, and we've got the Muller My Protein chocolate flavour crossover. So I think I might have had it once before, but yeah, let's do a little test run again. Not that this is at all relevant, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice, smooth. Do you want... It's not the nicest one I've had, but it's quite smooth.
I'd say that was one of my favourites.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, not bad. So, have you used it? What do you think? Give it a go. One more sip and then I'll get on to the actual review. Okay. Put that there. Where's the pre?
Do you want me to still be recording?
Yeah.
Do you want the pot?
Yeah, the pot. Pepper pots. So, this is the pre. The Banshee Possessed. And yeah, let's get moving and I'll let you know what I think. So, first and foremost, the
No, you're flashing.
It's not my car, guys. I just realised I've driven Jacob's car and your car in these reviews. They're going to think that I don't even own one. So beta-alanine is the first thing I felt, and it kicked in quite strong in this pre-workout, surprisingly. It actually felt more than 1.6 grams. It felt like at least 2.5 grams if we're going to get into the specifics. So yeah, you witnessed me scratching my head quite heavily, didn't you, to start with?
The hat was a little bit
Yeah,
itchy.
the hat scratch. But that came and go within sort of like 10-15 minutes, so that wasn't too intrusive. But yeah, if you like beta-alanine, you're going to get your tingles here to a reasonable degree. 6-7 out of 10 on the tingle scale. But anyway, that's not why you're into this pre-workout, is it? That's not why you'd buy it. You don't buy it for the tingles. So let me get at this junction and I'll tell you what I think. I just want to go when it's like nice and clear, because I'm going to take a nice little wide turn. So, yeah, so the beta-alanine, I'll say, you got me, partner. That's a Mask reference, Jim Carrey.
You got me, partner.
I wouldn't have known.
Oh, you need to watch your Jim Carrey films. So let's talk about, you didn't indicate, you twat. Let's talk about the energy. I'd say it's quite potent and usable though. I wouldn't say that I was all over the place. Like, I wouldn't say that I was jittery or crashy or, you know, nothing nasty attached to it. But what I would say from an energy perspective is that bloody hell, those fat burners definitely do something, because you noticed me sweating my nuts off, didn't you? Like, noticeably more than normal. And it's not even that much of a hot day today. Like, it's not bad, but it's not like, it wouldn't justify the level of sweatiness that I had. So yeah, it gets you sweating like a maniac, it gets you training like a maniac. The energy for me lasted a good, well, since I took it a good few hours ago. I still feel raring to go now. So anyway, the elephant in the room, the DMAA, the DMHA, is it in there? Straight answer is no. I didn't get any of that effect whatsoever. But at the same time, I didn't get no effect. To me, it felt more like a modafinil, you know, like a really strong nootropic that would almost have you in an OCD kind of mindset. What are they doing?
They pushed his fuel cabin.
Oh, fair enough. Friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. Yeah, so there's definitely something in it, but not what's on the label. It feels more like a dialed in nootropic focus, like specifically focused on one task at hand. And obviously that's a good thing, because you're training, you're focusing on your weights and smashing the gym. But it's another one of these classic examples of a high stim junkie pre that's mis-selling itself on the label. So it genuinely feels like when they make these labels up, they're just picking things out of their arse and just being like, yeah, just put that in it. Yeah, let's just say that's in it, whatever.
It's him on that high chair. He's making it up. He sat up there like some kid who can't eat his dinner properly. He's like, 15, 30, juice, I want some juice.
You know, just like making ingredients up, because I'm not saying nothing that they put on the label is in it, but definitely a few things aren't in there. So yeah, it feels like a very serious, dialed in kind of focus, but there's no euphoria, there's not really any mood elevation, or, you know, it's not a fun pre-workout basically. And I guess you could say it does make you feel possessed to a certain degree, because I did feel quite dialed into my session in a possessive kind of way. I'm trying to focus on getting out of this roundabout. So yeah, anyway, let's just get the pumps out of the way. They were actually surprisingly good, like better than the label suggests, but I think it's a classic example of it makes you train like a maniac, so quite obviously you're just going to get pumped anyway. It's one of those scenarios. So yeah, the energy is solid, the focus is solid, but it's just not solid in the way you'd expect the label to be. It's basically the ultimate point I'm making here. So if that doesn't offend you, you know, if you're one of these people that doesn't really care what the label says, you just care about the effects and you're like, yeah, it is what it is, then fair enough. But me personally, and, you know, Aaron as well, we just really struggle to recommend pre-workouts or supplements in general where the label just doesn't add up to the effects, because obviously you're not getting the product what you think you're going to be getting effectively, and that's misadvertising, and we can't support that. But at the same time, it is a good pre-workout from a get shit done, train hard perspective, because that's what it makes you do at the end of the day. I just don't support the fake claims on the label where the ingredients are concerned. So it just is what it is. But yeah, it was a very manageable pre-workout. Although it's strong, it didn't send me to the moon or anything. So it's a tricky one. I would say buy it if that sounds right to you and if you aren't put off by the label, but largely I would say avoid it, because there's better options out there that are trustworthy on label and actually true to the label. So yeah, at the same time though, I think that the effects you're getting for the price point is very good. Like, it is a cheap pre-workout to buy. So, you know, if you're more price savvy, like cost savvy, and you're more fussed about that, then you could argue that it's worth it from that standpoint. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else there's to say really about it. It's a bit of a mishmash pre-workout. It's just a bit of a strange one. But ultimately, buy it if you like serious pre-workouts that give you a serious sweat on and make you train hard. I cannot put it any more simply than that. Don't buy it if you're put off by the dodgy label claims. Simple as that. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Have you used it? Do you want to use it? Anything else you want to see us review on the channel? All of the usuals. And as always, stay stimmed.